Hi, my name's Steve, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how to know if you're stuck in 3D and not evolving to 5D reality. And this download that I got came actually from the run that I had this morning, and I was thinking about this topic and how um, this is a really simple way to know if you're stuck in 3D and not evolving to 5D. So let me just define the two first, and then I'll explain what I mean by that. So 3D would be like the land of opposites, the land of polarity, right? Where it's like you're happy one moment, but then something happens in your external world, your mind or your body reacts, and then you feel negative emotions. And so that's a 3D world. You have opposites and both exist. In 5D, however, there are opposites, but you as a possibility don't react to those elements in your world. You might get a little bit of fear come up or a little bit of uncertainty come up, but it dissipates very quickly. And then you're back into a state of peace, oneness, connected, unity. You feel at peace, okay? So I just had a really amazing conversation, and I was thinking about this topic about 3D and 5D. Here's one way to know if you're more connected to one timeline or the other. One way to know is if you're in the heart space most of the time. And here's one way to know if you're in a heart space most of the time. If you're in a positive state, okay, and you run into a negative person, and by the way, this person doesn't have to be someone you interact with physically, but it can be someone you interact with via WhatsApp, text message, online, via Zoom call, phone call, okay? But there's some sort of energetic interaction and entanglement. When you interact with this negative person, and you know who they are, I don't have to tell you. There's probably people in your family that are like this, right? There's probably certain friends that you have that you're still consenting and agreeing to hang out with because you don't want to be lonely, or the boyfriend you keep saying yes to, or the girlfriend, or the partner, or the spouse, right? We've all done it, where you're saying yes to this person and allowing them to bring negativity in your life, and you keep consenting and agreeing and allowing it to happen. So when you interact with someone and you're in a very positive state, maybe you're doing your meditation, and then you interact with this person, there's a form of entanglement. Energetically, your auric field and their auric field are going to, let me just show you this. This is your auric field, right? This is your energetic spheric field, and this is theirs, okay? What happens is there's a section that entangles, and that means that the energy is shared. When you interact with that person, one of two things will happen. One, you will be more negative after that interaction, okay? So that's one possibility. Or number two, you come out of it more positive, okay? Or the same. Now, the degree of the intensity of your vibration is what determines if you are entangled with their vibration, their frequency. So if you go into the interaction and you entangle with their vibration, you're going to come out more negative, and you're going to feel like crap. Because you're going in feeling good, and you're going to come out feeling like crap. So stop doing that, okay? So, and this is what I say, do you keep attracting people like this? If you do, you're still in 3D. You're still in the land of opposites. But if you attract people that are positive into your life all the time, that are like blessings, angels, like information, downloads you get, then I can tell you that, and you're interacting with that person and coming out more positive more of the time than negative, then you're starting to move to 5D, because that's the heart space, which is all is well. Okay, so that's one way out the gate to know, is like, what type of people do you attract in your life? Do you attract a lot of shit, disturbances, like chaos, crazy things, and then you end up becoming more negative because of it? Guess what? If your intensity of vibration is in a positive vibration, and what I mean is positive being of the 5D, that higher level frequency, that timeline is not going to attract these types of people. You might get stuff that is negative, but you're not going to react to it. You'll come out of it more positive. You'll see the opportunity in it. That's a 5D person. A 3D person is they're bouncing back and forth like a ping pong between positive, negative, positive, negative. It's never just in a state of feeling at peace. Okay? So that's one way to know. Here are a couple other examples. I just wrote down some notes. If you feel uneasy, if you feel anxiety, then those are other indicators that you're still in 3D because you haven't processed those lower vibrations in your body. There's lower energy centers, the bottom three, and sometimes the heart. What happens is it gets congested with these lower level vibrations. Until you let go of them, you're not going to be able to evolve to 5D, which is basically a heart space. Okay? So when you're in a coherent state, this magnetic field from your heart, 10 feet in diameter, we can measure it, there's tools to do it, and you can't see it, but that field indicates how you feel, and it also affects your biology, not just your energy. It affects your biology. Like, it affects the way your actual body will process nutrients, waste, like all those things, right? It makes a big difference. Okay, so if you feel uneasy and you have anxiety, what happens is this heart is not coherent. It's more of like what I would say is like a little heart. It's a tiny heart, and this tiny heart, okay, this tiny heart has a smaller field around your heart, a smaller magnetic field, which means it has less influence and impact, not only locally, but non-locally, okay? When we clear up all of these lower level vibrations, uneasiness, anxieties, fears, what happens is this opens up and the heart gets big. And then what happens is when you run into someone negative, you come out of it positive because the intensity of that field is stronger. It actually impacts this person as opposed to impacting you. You're seeing a lot of this happen right now, okay? So the third thing I wrote down was your actions are positive. This is interesting, right? Like, you can feel like at peace, at center, you don't have a lot of fears or worries, but then when it comes time to follow through with your dreams, when it comes time to follow through with your goals, the things that you've set for yourself, the things you really find meaningful in your life, and you don't do them, your actions are indicative of fear. You might not feel the fear, but think about taking action. Like, think about what it would be like if you actually took action to do the thing that will bring more meaningful and fulfillment into your life. If you think about doing and you get fear, then I can tell you, you're still in 3D. But if you think about it and you get fear, you let it go, it processes, and then you feel at peace, and you still move forward with that action, you're in 5D. Because you're not in the land of opposites anymore. You've processed the fear. Now you can move forward. Okay? It doesn't stop you. Another really good indicator of, if you're in the 3D or 5D is dreams or nightmares. So when you, if you're aware, and this is really what all this comes down to, awareness of your body, feelings, awareness of your actions. Are you moving towards or away from the things that are important to you? Dreams, nightmares, when you go to sleep, if you do this one thing, when you go to sleep, you're breathing, you're noticing. Try not to think when you go to sleep. If you would just go to sleep and just like think, instead of thinking, just notice. Become spacious. Become the observer, as if you're watching yourself from outside your body as you go to sleep, and just breathe and notice. Well, what that happens is that will help you. It will induce lucid dreaming, meaning you become the observer in your dreams, and you'll remember more of your dreams. And if you've been remembering more of your dreams, then this is also an indicator that you're becoming more 5D, you're becoming more aware. But one of the things you'll notice in your dreams is if you're getting a lot of great dreams where you feel amazing and you're lucid dreaming, that will bring you information, downloads, insight. But just as importantly, if you're going to sleep and you're getting a lot of nightmares, especially if it's a repetitive nightmare that you keep getting over and over and over, it's an indicator that not only are you in a negative state, but you've got trapped energy in those lower energy centers in your body. And it's like your nightmares are trying to process them because you're not allowing the energy to escape. And because you're not allowing the energy to escape, you get these pattern nightmares where it's like the same theme every night, okay? But that's another indication that you're still in 3D. You're still in the land of opposites. You haven't let go. Once you do, what happens is those nightmares turns into dreams. You might get the odd nightmare here and there as you're still processing those negative but lower vibrations, but eventually they'll turn into dreams. And if you become lucid in your dreams and you start to become more aware of them, I highly recommend, because I just started doing this recently, having a journal. So when you wake up, you can write down what came out of your dreams. Don't just think about what the dream was. Be like, oh, that's what the dream was. Like, write it down as soon as you wake up. Okay? But at the end of the day, it comes to awareness. The more aware you become, the less you're going to be in 3D and the less you're going to be in 5D. For some people, this is going to become very spontaneous. For other people, they need help to get from here to there because, and this is really important, of what I talked about earlier, entanglement. So I was talking to a woman, and she's in a state where she's a bit uneasy. She has a bit of anxiety. And she said, I've been meditating, for a few months. And I've been getting better. I've been healing. But, I said to her, well, if we do my meditation, I do it with you, within an hour, sometimes 90 minutes, and a little bit of practice, you can eliminate a lot of these older, lower level vibrations. And she said, how can it happen so fast? And I said to her, it's because of entanglement. If this is me and this is you, you're doing the meditation by yourself. You have a certain vibration, a certain auric field. But when I come to it, I come with intention. I come with an open heart. When you come out of it, our vibrations, our frequency, our energy is going to intermingle. Even if you're thousands of miles away, it's going to entangle. And as we entangle our energies, the more dominant of the vibrations is what the outcome is. And in my case, I have not had a situation yet where I've come out of one of these clearing energy sessions and it not be positive. Because I go in with intention. I go in with my heart, knowing that I need to clear this, help this person clear these lower level vibrations. Okay? Can you do it yourself? It's tough to do. I needed help when I went through this about 10 years ago, and a lot of other people do too. So you don't have to necessarily get the support from me, but you might want to get it from somewhere, because everyone at some point on this planet is going to go from 3D to 5D, and it'd be great if you could join us. Okay? Now, if you're interested in an energy clearing session, you want to learn more about how it works, I've got a link down below to my calendar where you can go in and book some time. And the way it works is you book, I think it's 30 or 60 minutes with me. It's free. We jump on a call. I'm going to find out two things. Can I help you? And where is the blockages in your body? I'll show you the blockages in the body. I'll even show how it's doing and impacting you. And then at the end of that, if you want to do the clearing energy session with me, I will do a usually 1 to 90 hour meditation session with you to clear those energies. Then you practice for yourself for a week. There's a cost to doing this. I don't charge a lot. I'm not trying to make $1 million doing this, but I do charge a little bit because it is my time. And at the end of it, you get the recording, so then you can then practice this on your own. Okay? Again, links down below if you want to jump on a call with me. Thanks for everyone who's been watching these videos, for all the love. Give it a like and a share. And if you want to subscribe and you have never heard me before, then that'd be great too. Thanks again for watching and listening. My name's Steve. I hope you found this useful. And I really would love to hear from you. What do you think has been the biggest thing you got out of this video, or insight you got that is, kind of an awareness that you have now why you're stuck in 3D and you haven't yet evolved to 5D? Or are you already here? Love to hear from you in the comments below, okay? And again, share this, like this if you can, if you know someone who can benefit from the information, okay? Awesome. Thanks for watching. My name's Steve. We'll talk to you next time.